Good morning, sir. Your voice is not coming, sir. Your mic is
Very
muted.
good morning, sir. Very good morning. Very good morning,
morning.
sir. Welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thanks for this opportunity. Yeah. You are the head of the department, am I right?
Yes, sir.
No. In fact, I am
My name
fortunate that they are giving me opportunity. Yeah. Please, sir, go ahead.
Okay.
So shall we start?
Yes, madam.
Ma'am, it's an interactive session. You can start anytime. It's already started, in fact.
Yeah, it's already started before time, sir.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, I extend a warm welcome to everyone present in this session. On behalf of Department of Electrical Engineering, Professor S.L. Tiwari, welcome today's speaker of interactive session, Engineer Nitin Birla, who is a specialist in engineering and projects, presently in Kuwait. So, welcome, sir. Welcome for today's session. I also welcome Head of Department, Dr. S.G. Kadwane, and my dear students who have enthusiastically joined and are eager to speak. So our session name is also Let's Speak. So with this, I request Head of our department to please welcome our speaker, and thereafter the session will be given to Engineer Nitin Birla, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yes. So, first of all, I'd like to say that who is not benefited by the company of great peoples, and that is why today we are very fortunate that we got opportunity that we have with us Engineer Nitin Birla, sir, and I am very thankful to you, sir, that you have accepted our invitation. And students, all of you know you are in third semester, so you may not have earlier except one. Okay. So the thing is that we always we invite eminent faculty members or eminent persons from the country as well as abroad. And in this series, so I once again welcome Nitin Birla, sir. And with this, I just hand over to Tiwari madam.
Thank you, sir. So, sir, before starting, I'd like just to tell that it's 8 a.m. Right, sir? In Kuwait, 8 a.m. And according to our timing, 7 a.m. And he is there.
7:59, ma'am, exactly.
So
2.5 hours.
Yeah, within a call of just 1 minute, he accepted our invitation, and he considered our timing, and he's at 7:59. He is there for presentation. So, with this note, I simply, sir, hand over the session to you. You can go ahead and start introduction. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you very much. This is, by the way, this is a holiday in Kuwait. We have the Friday and Saturday holiday. So that's why I chose to be on Friday so that we can talk comfortably, because my office hours here in Kuwait are morning 7 to evening 3 o'clock. That is our office timings here. And Friday is a holiday. So first of all, let me say this is my pleasure that this opportunity has come to me, because I have worked in industry for almost 30 years now. But at the same time, when I started my career, I was in the teaching profession, and Shubhangi was with me. We started our career together in Aurangabad. Then I jumped to the industry after 6 months, and that is how you flow. But what you say, whenever you flow, you don't forget what you had with you. So you continue with that. I get a lot of opportunity to speak in such kind of sessions, including management students and everything. So still I'm in a touch with this profession. And last session we had on 26th of November with electronics department. That is what I remember. and it was on the future vision and strategies was a topic. This topic, what today's topic is, let's speak, is basically my choice, which I told ma'am that I want to present on this topic, if you allow me. It's not academic subjects, it's not something related to science and technology. It's something related to human behavior. And the most important thing is that हमें बात करते रहना है. We must keep speaking. We must keep talking. We must express ourselves. Correct. So the idea, and I know I checked with ma'am, and Shweta ma'am ने कहा है कि almost 99 or 98% students have come from the Marathi background, if I'm not wrong. Please correct me. मला मराठी पण येते. I can talk to you in Marathi also for the whole session. But let me say that today I welcome all of you to this session, the whole YCCE faculty and students. But at the same, let's speak. चलो बात करें. चला बोलूया. It's a topic which is very close to my heart. In the beginning, let me tell you like this. And the reasons, the purpose of this topic, we'll really explore while we are taking this journey through this discussions and interactive sessions today. So this is the let's speak, my first slide with you guys. I have worked, just let me explain again that I have worked with ONGC for 22 years. Before that, as I said, I was at MIT Aurangabad for almost a 6 months duration, from 1990 to 1990, March and August. Then I was with ONGC for 22 years, from August 90 to August 2012. Since on, I'm in Kuwait. I'm working with the Kuwait Gulf Oil Company here. It's a government company in Kuwait. So I'm into the oil business for past 30 years now, almost. And the Let's Speak is a completely a management talk. It's not a management talk even. It is our day-to-day talk, and what's the need of it, we'll understand this. We'll explore it jointly today. My screen is going blank now. Is the screen is moving now?
Sir, did you tap?
Yeah, I tap it. The screen is blank now?
Yeah, it
It
is
is
blank.
white screen. Yes, sir.
Great.
Yes, it
See,
is coming. Huh?
we are blessed. It's coming, huh? Yeah, great. See, we are blessed with the speaking power gifted by the God to us. It's a unique power what we have. Huh? And this is the best way to express your thoughts, knowledge, experience. Some basic definitions, just you can express your feelings, you can express your thoughts, knowledge, experience. Speaking is a synchronization of your brain, heart, and tongue. See the beauty and the strength of the speaking. Avoid confusions. Help in sustaining the relationship. When you speak out, it helps to make your positions clear. You can sustain your relationship. There are, is my screen is visible now?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, great. See, in our lifetime, when we come across normally almost 3 types of personalities. One who is talkative, talks a lot. There is a balanced personality who speaks, but before speaking, thinks twice, but he speaks. And there is a personality which is called silent personality. They literally don't speak. They are introverts. They are in the complete discussion, maybe a 1 word or 2 word, they'll be speaking it out. And we tell them shy, silent, introvert. All the definitions are around there. Silent personality is not a medical disease. It's not a medical disease. They are great thinkers. Just 1 second. They are great thinkers. They are great scientists. They are great writers, poet, and they have a huge potential knowledge and information. Because their observation powers, their eyes and ears are open around, and they are more effectively operated than a normal human beings. And at the same time, these silent personalities, they are a treasure of knowledge also. And the most important thing is that why they should speak. If they don't speak, their knowledge treasure will not flow to society, and society may not get fruit out of it. If you are a silent personality, please come out. Please speak out. You have a great treasure of knowledge. And this talk today, Let's Speak, is for the personalities who are embedded with a huge bulk of and buckets of knowledge, to motivate them to come out and speak out. Let's Speak is a thought to motivate and encourage to speak. It could be you, it could be me, it could be someone around us. A child, a student, a friend, a family member, colleague, subordinate, boss. Anybody from a child to 100 years old plus. So Let's Speak is a focus on making a person to speak, to share his thoughts, so that society, he should get benefited and society should get benefited. Is my slide is visible?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, okay. I think I'll not ask now, but it's moving well. Okay, I think I forgot to write something on this slide. But at the same time, if I forgot to write a slide, I'll share some incidents with you. At the age of 12, I was giving a speech in my school. And when I stand for the speech, within maybe a minute of time, or maybe just one paragraph in the beginning, I was blackout. I was blank, completely blank. I started fumbling. I started rotating my hands, and I could not able to complete my speech. And I just drop out from that speech. And in the evening, I discussed with my father that point, and then my father explained me, and those words are still in my mind, and they are my drivers for my whole life. What my father told me, no need to read this slide. It's a slide just for my reference, so I should not miss any point, guys. My father said to me, look, Nitin, the speech what you wanted to deliver today was not written by you. The first observation from my other. My father wrote that speech for me. Let me be honest on that subject. He wrote the speech for me, which I wanted to deliver. And then he said that even though I wrote for you, but you did not understood that subject very well. And you just mugged up and you stood for the speech. And when you stood for the speech, you saw a huge public around you, all the students around you, and that public speaking fear has erased your mugged up memory, and you became blank. That was a great analysis and a very simple word analysis. Then He gave me the solution also. Because when you identify a problem, you must identify the solution also for it. He said, next time I will not write a speech for you, Nitin. Whenever any subject comes for the speech or debate or any creative writing, you will understand that subject well. You will collect all information by yourself. And you will write your own script. You will write your own speech. And once you have collected the information, you have molded the information in your own way. Select your words. Select the simple words. Einstein said that no need to be making the things complex. Say the things as they are simple way. So write them in the simple way. And remember one point. Once you have done this job, when you have completed your homework, and when you are standing for your public speaking, remember that point, that at that point of time, you are one of the most knowledgeable person on that subject because you have put your efforts to collect the information. Exceptions will be there in the audience, don't worry about it. But you are the best prepared. And remember that with this, you will never have an issue with your public speaking. This public speaking suggestions from my father are there with me today also. And in last 30 years and the schools of almost 7-8 years, or I can say around 40 years of the period of public speaking from the school period. After that, not a single day happened when I had an issue in my public speaking. It was a school, it was a college, and it was an office. Without fear, you speak out. Without fear, because you are prepared for that. So the point here is that public speaking and before that speaking, they are the very essential part of your life. And we must do. Let's speak. I'm just, because I know almost 5-7 minutes, 10 minutes time has passed. I have a break for interaction. I'm open for interaction. I have many slides to flow. But as a break, if you guys want to pop up on this issue, it's fine. Otherwise, I'll continue and then we'll interact afterwards also. It's your call. Should I take a go onward from this point?
Yeah. Anyone want to interact in between, children?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, carry on.
Thank you. Now there was just a sharing of thoughts what happened with me, but now we'll speak on let's speak concept. The biggest point of challenges when we are speaking is a language barrier. So language barrier is really a point of concern, and as you know that we have studied, in fact, me pan up to 11th class, Hindi medium was my physics, chemistry, mathematics was in Hindi. So when I came to engineering college, I had a great difficulties, even though we had an English subject, but we had a great difficulties. But there was no alternative. There was no alternative. You have to learn it. So the language barrier, change of language, there's the confidence is not there in speaking the language. Others are speaking fluently, but you cannot. All these things are acting as a language barriers. So how to get away from this. See, we do not have a choice. Let's make it clear from the day one that your English medium, you are going to read your engineering in English medium, you have no other way go out. You must attend a proficiency in the language. And once you think of it, almost you are 80% done. Then only it is left out 20% to learn the language. The most important thing, I know you may be going to the English classes, you are having an English curriculum, you may be having an English background also when you were in the school. But this challenge especially comes when you had either Marathi language or the Hindi language or any other language, regional languages, and you are coming into the engineering college and when you are having the English as your language. So think and express in your language, because this is how you are done since your childhood, and then start translating it to the English with the simple words. Mi zato, I go. Start with the very simple words. And I'm going to playground. Think in your mother language and translate it to the English. If the big words are coming, use the online translators. And the most important thing is, do mistakes. Don't be afraid of committing the mistakes. We are, even though we write a good English, but we are not good at the speaking because we are afraid of committing the mistakes while speaking. So don't be afraid of it. Commit mistakes. If you do a mistake, you are improving it. That is not a mistake. It's a place and step for improvement. So commit the mistakes. And if you're not able to speak fluently, don't worry. Speak slowly. The most important thing, the language is for giving the thoughts, ideas, opinion, and expressions. Fluency is not dominated for the thoughts, ideas, opinion, and expressions. So the first thing, let's speak, is break your language barrier. That's the most important thing. Learn the language which is required to run the business. That's the most important thing. When I was in ONGC, when I joined in 1990 at ONGC, and I was in Gujarat, my first posting was at Gujarat. And it was my site posting. In the projects, I was at site. And the technicians with whom I was working, they were very fluent in Gujarati language, but they had a tongue tied for English. There were two options available with me. Either I teach them English or I learn their language. Correct? But teaching all of them English in a short period and then start communicating was a difficult task. So I learned the Gujarati. And I started communicating in that language. That helps you to establish your communication. The language is the barrier till the time you don't learn it. Once you have learned it, it is your effective tool for communication. So learn the language of your business for speaking. That's the most important concept. What are the things which stop us from speaking the languages, or speaking, not the language, I'll say the concept of speak. What stops it? Lack of self-confidence. That is one of the reasons. This, we'll see how to come up with this concept, but these are one of the reasons. Ignorance, fear of ignorance, that we feel that we are ignored, we are not aware about it. We are not aware about it, the subject. Correct? Lack of knowledge. And inferiority. These are some of the things which could stop you from the speaking, or a limitation of speaking skills, which are the showstoppers for your speaking development skill. There are solutions. We'll discuss in the next slides about it. But these are some of the reasons for your speaking limitations. And they're all developing a boundaries of fear for speaking. We have to break this fear. To keep speaking, we have to break this. There are some more restrictions on the speaking skills. Maybe a fumbling, stammering, an impact of any incidents. So if you see the impact of your speaking skills, could be a medical condition, could be a behavioral conditions, or something incidental. So all these are impacting your speaking capabilities. But as we discussed in the beginning, that speaking must go on. The speaking must happen to avoid, to present your thoughts, to avoid the confusion, to have a sustainable behavior. If you're taking some medical advices on this, please continue that. This presentation is not a solution for that. But this presentation in the next slide, the sole idea of this presentation is coming up on that slide, where really we will be discussing how to manage our speaking skills, how to enhance our speaking skills. Let's try. The first thing is, as I gave you an example of my speechless during a speech at the age of 12, still I follow that write down your thoughts. No need to be writing down the whole thing in details, but whatever the thoughts which are coming to your mind. Say, for example, take an example. We take an exercise now that you have a presentation after 4 days in your class and you are going to present it. So we take this case study in front of us. Okay. And what you do for this presentation, which you have after 4 days, that you write down your all the thoughts, what you want to present. The most first important thing and essential thing. What happens when you write down your thoughts by hand? It's not written only on the piece of paper. At the same time, it is written on your brain also. It's a perfect combination that you are writing the think skills in your brain. And I will share my personal experience that on the grade 7, one topic about penicillin, if you remember that, the search, invention, or the khoj of penicillin. That topic was getting little difficult in my mind, and I could not able to understand that. Then what I discussed with my friends, and one of them told, Nitin, it's very easy, don't worry. Write up in a small chit, okay, and let's take it to exam hall and let's do a cheating. I said, I'm struggling, I'm not able to understand it. But I said, that's wrong. He said, there's no other solution, let's try for that. Others are doing, you do also. Okay. Believe me, I spent 1 hour on writing that 1 or 2 paragraph on that subject. And by the time I finished my writing, because I was very meticulous when I was writing, small letters, you have to take a slip in exam hall and all those things, correct? So I wrote it very small way, meticulously, not to miss a single comma, full stop, no spelling mistakes. But when I finished that slip of a small size, the things were in my brain. I don't know how it was written in my brain. I could not understand that point at that point of time. And that is how a thought of cheating came in the mind and it left. It fly away. But that taught me that when you write the things with complete attention, it is written in your brain also. So simple thing, after 4 days you have a presentation. What you do? Sit down coolly, write your thoughts, collect the information, format them, make them in a proper presentation way. Incorporate maximum possible question answers on that topic. Be updated. That's the most first important thing for you to be a presenter. Essential requirements. So once you have written down your thoughts, you have formulated your thoughts, you incorporate all the informations, national, international, on that subject. Now you are the most educated person, knowledgeable person on the subject at that point of time. But don't think that you gathered all the informations. You have still to learn a lot because it's a continuous process. Even today we are learning. It's a continuous process. So, but at that point of time, you collect all the informations. Write down clearly. The benefit of writing down, you will understand when you speak during the presentation, because it is already written in your brain. You will present it with high level of confidence. So this was something about collecting the information, gathering the information, making yourself knowledgeable on the subject, making the expert on the subject. So this is how your first step is. Now, what is the second step? The most important thing is when you prepared your presentation, when you have prepared your study matter, now you have to present it. And you are, if you are a silent personality, or not even silent personality, even balanced personality, or even talkative personality, you could be any personality, but still you may have a limitation, you may have a fear of presentation, and it could be because of any reason. The last slides which I shown to you, lack of confidence, fear, all the reasons of fear, or a medical condition, it could be with anybody, any one of us, me, you, any one of us. Correct? So what should we do? Now we have to present it. Correct? So the best way to present yourself during the presentation, after collecting all the information, the path which I follow, and I'm following it since my childhood, and even today also I'm following. Before going to meetings, I prepare myself for those meetings by my self-talks and by mirror talks. What is a self-talk and what is a mirror talk? What is all about it? This is the which I learned from the childhood, so I'm practicing it still, and it is one of my. It supports me. Very honestly speaking, it's my experience. It supports me a lot, and I don't say it's my experience. Maybe many persons in the world may be opting this, and they may be doing it. Was that? So please don't try to read this details. The ma'am will circulate to you. It's just for my reference. I'm writing it down so that I don't miss a point while I'm speaking to you guys. What is self-talk and what is a mirror talk? Just stand, get well-dressed. I'm taking you. The well-dressed means the way you want to present yourself in the presentation. Get well-dressed. Stand in front of mirror. The most important thing for developing the self-confidence of public speaking is that you have to meet eyes with your own self. That you have that capability to speak. Get well-dressed. Stand in front of mirror and make eye-to-eye contact with yourself. feel good about yourself, feel confident, and start speaking in your own language. I use the word own language here. The concept of own language here is, I know you may be presenting it in the English. If you are okay with English, speak in English. If you are not okay, speak in your language right now. Because first of all, you have to speak the thoughts. So once you speak your thoughts, what you wrote has already now is in a presentation format. It's all been developed. And slowly, convert that own language into the language of presentation. Maybe in 3 rounds, 4 rounds. And then you start doing this without reading the piece of paper. You decide and you speak without reading. You can discuss anything. There are a lot of activities are there. And it's only I just selected one presentation task as our case study. But you can select any classroom, any discussions, group discussions, interviews. For all things, you prepare. When you are going for the interview, when you will be going for the interview in the future, or your vivas in the classroom, correct? See, at that particular point of time, because you have prepared, you are the most informative person on that subject. So make sure that you incorporate your knowledge, you stand in front of mirror, you speak out the complete things. And don't be worried. It may not happen in the 1 round. Do it 4 rounds, 5 rounds, 6 rounds. Probably until I request that the parents, teachers who will be at home or your colleagues at hostel, when you speak out like this, they will think that he's speaking to whom? It looks like what he's doing. But don't worry about it. Tell them I'm doing a self-talk, I'm doing a mirror talk. And that will develop your skills of speaking. And suppose there is no presentation given to you after 4 days. Still do it. Because we want that you develop the speaking skills which will help you throughout your life. That's most important thing. And I request all the teachers from this platform that please look for the students who are silent or who has a fear of speaking. Give them an environment, give them a platform to speak. Let them speak. And don't worry, my dear friends. Don't worry of the mistakes. Do the mistakes. And even if you don't know anything at that point of time, say boldly you don't know. If you ask me right now something that I don't know, I will say I don't know. But I don't know, when you say, that means you are clear in your mind that you are aware that you don't know. And you will work on it and you will gather the information on it. And this all will help you to develop your speaking skill. Let's speak. Let's try. And that's the motto of our discussions today, that we must speak. We must speak out. We must present ourselves. You are going to be the electrical engineers. You will be designing the things. You will be executing the projects in your life cycle. You will be operating the power grids of India. India has a big challenge. The country is going to get 450 gigawatt of solar power by 2030. We will be self-reliance in energy by 2047. We will be carbon free by 2070. These are our national targets. So meet these targets. You have to do a lot of negotiations. You have to do a lot of communications. So speaking is inevitable. You have to speak out. You have to deliver your thoughts. The great scientists, when they were working, their work has been spread in a form of thesis. But remember, if at the same time, if it would have been propagated in the community, how many scientists would have been created at that point of time only? So speaking is an essential requirement. Don't be shy. Don't be afraid of speaking wrong. Don't be afraid of doing the mistakes. Don't be afraid of committing the mistakes. Speak out. Speaking is essential. And write down your thoughts. Do a mirror talk. Do a self-talk. That's the most important thing I want to communicate. And it's not only you. It's our responsibility also to support, whether it is parents, teacher, friends. Pull me. Provide me a support. Your support is essential to speak out this person because he could be a great contributor to the society. You must speak individually. What we should do? Provide an opportunity to speak. Ask to present. Listen them carefully and patiently. Give them opportunity. And it's not only the parents, teachers, or friends. It's a collaborative effort. It could be your friend who is not speaking. It could be anybody. Take their opinion and make them realize they are equally important. Okay, let them bring on the board and let's collaborate. Thanks, Shweta ma'am, from providing me these pictures from your college. These are all collaborations. Where you collaborate, you speak. You don't only write, you don't only read, you collaborate together, which gives a best platform for speaking. Do more collaborations. And these collaborations are no way can be replaced by WhatsApp or Facebook or anything. These collaborations are live interactions, and I know that because of COVID, you guys have lost a precious durations of collaborations, one-to-one interactions. But I wish that this collaboration has to continue, and we keep speaking, we keep encouraging to each other, and let's speak out. I think with this, I hold myself here now. It was a management kind of lecture, I know, but there is a mission behind it. There is a thought behind it to be collaborative, to speak. So I look forward. I'm open for you guys if you have anything to speak out on this, and I'm ready to take all the thoughts. I'm ready to take all the suggestions, what you want to give to me, so that I can improve upon for the next session.
Yeah, dear students, now the session is open for full interaction. So any kind of thing you find that you face a difficulty apart from that which was discussed by sir, if you feel that there are something more barriers before your presentation, so
you guys are open, and even if you have no queries right now, I have no issue. I'm available right now, and if you want to interact me afterward also one-to-one, please pop up. I say speak out. I say don't send the messages. I said speak out. I'll not accept any messages today. I want you to be speaking out for this session. Please come up and please speak. I'll be more than happy to listen you guys.
Yeah.
More than happy.
Saksham.
Please,
My child,
please.
speak out, beta. What you want to say?
Sir, our foreign
Hi,
languages
Saksham.
and English. Hello, sir. Our foreign
Yeah,
languages
Saksham,
and
how are
English
you?
are important to learn. I'm doing awesome. What about you, sir?
I'm great, Saksham. I'm very happy to see your voice.
Yes, me too, sir. How's the weather there?
Weather is good, my dear friend. It's a little cold here now started, and I'm enjoying
Here
the
also,
weather.
here
I'm
also
planning to
it's
jog
getting
after
cold.
this session with family.
Yes. Wow, that's great.
Yeah. Go ahead, Saksham. Go ahead.
So, sir, my question was that is it important to learn English and other foreign languages?
Marathi येते?
हो, येतं.
Mother tongue?
मराठी, sir.
Marathi, mother tongue, correct?
Yes.
हे बघ आता कॉलेजमध्ये इंग्लिशमध्ये शिकावं लागेल, करेक्ट? हा, सरला सांगितलं की नाही सर मला मराठीमध्ये शिकायचं, ते सांगणार नको, इंग्लिशच शिक. बरोबर?
हो,
करेक्ट?
इंग्लिश म्हणते ना.
तू त्यांना सांगणार की मी इंग्लिश मराठीमध्ये पेपर लिहू का? दे विल से
ना.
सक्षम नो, इंग्लिशमध्ये लिही. करेक्ट?
हम्म.
सो सक्षम, हे बघ,
येस सर.
till 11th I was studied in Hindi medium, and then I had a couple of challenges when I went to engineering college because medium was English, but you
Yes.
have to adopt it. Believe me, when I was my hostel and my college were at 1.5 kilometer away. Okay, so same campus with Isha. When I used to walk after lunch to the hostel back, to the college back, I used to speak English myself. Nitin is walking. Nitin is watching the playground. Correct? I used to speak like this. At that time, there were a lot of students were there who came from the English medium. And I used to see them and they were speaking fluently in the class. 6 months of the beginning was a big challenge for me. I could not able to communicate with my teachers. Even though it doesn't mean that I was not understanding because we had an English subject. But after 6 months, after practicing this self-talk, I started speaking in English, believe me. So, Saksham,
Yes sir.
इंग्लिश तो बोलना ही पड़ेगा. ठीक है, कोई रास्ता नहीं है. There is no way out here. And not only speaking, writing skills, speaking skills, communication skills, bring it out. There is no way out. There is no way out. Because this is the now the language we'll be learning, and not only English. Suppose if you go to any other country, if you go to France, correct? If you go to German, correct? So language proficiency will have to be learnt. If you settle in Canada, it's fine. If you settle in France, you have to learn French. That is the living language there, correct? So language has to be learnt. Right now your medium is English. You must learn the English. There is no second thought, guys. There is no second thought. And once you think that you have to learn the English, because this is a medium right now, your 80% of problem is done, Saksham.
Yes sir.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's speak. Let's speak. I wish I could satisfy your query.
Yes sir. I know English, but my brother, big brother, is currently in Chennai, and there the mother tongue is Telugu. So he's
Tamil,
not able
Tamil.
to, yes, Telugu and
Tamil.
not able to cooperate
Yes,
with them.
Yes, I agree with you. I agree with you. I gave you my example. When I joined Gujarat, I had my technicians, either I teach them English or I talk to them in Gujarati.
Yeah.
I better accepted to learn Gujarati and I started communicating with them in Gujarati. See, the most important thing, Saksham, in the life, the language is a second priority.
Yes.
The first priority, most important priority, that you communicate what you want. So for that, you must learn the language.
Yes sir.
It's only like that if you are traveling from your hostel to your college, you need a bus to catch or you need your bike. So the bus and bike is the language communication. That's all. That's all. It's only a media to communicate your thoughts. And that's why in my presentation in the beginning, before starting the real let's speak concept, I started the concept of language, because I know language is one of the biggest roadblocker for the communication skills, and it should not be. Just do it, finish it. Think of that you have to learn it. No confusion in that. Correct? Tell your brother to learn Tamil. There's nothing
Yes,
wrong in it. Yes, learn it. I was in Assam ONGC. Even I learned Assami also.
Wow, that's great. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you, Saksham. Thank you.
हेलो सर, गुड मॉर्निंग
Hi, Kamendra.
सर। अगर हम लोग इंडिया में रह रहे हैं तो हर बार इंग्लिश को क्यों फर्स्ट प्रेफरेंस दिया जाता है?
यार दोस्त, देखो ना, क्या है कि जो कम्युनिकेशन हमारा जो आज तक एस्टैब्लिश हुआ है, एकदम सही सवाल पूछा है, मैं मना नहीं करता हूं आपको। हमारे यहाँ पे हमारी राष्ट्रभाषा जो है वो हिंदी है, करेक्ट?
यस
मैं
सर।
थोड़ा टॉपिक से हट के कुछ बताऊंगा आपको, लेकिन हमने ये निर्णय लिया था, द डिसीजन हैज बीन टेकन बाय गवर्नमेंट ऑफ इंडिया दैट वी आर डिफाइनिंग हिंदी एज अवर नेशनल लैंग्वेज, करेक्ट, राष्ट्रभाषा. But at the
जी
same time, English will also continue as an official language. And original target was after 10 years, we will replace English with Hindi. After 1947 की बात 1951 के बाद की बात कर रहा हूं मैं. I may be slightly wrong at the statistics, please excuse me for that. But the concept ये था, concept. मैं again since I believe always talking concepts. Statistics तो आई जाएगी. But the most important thing is the English was considered as a parallel official language and to be replaced because हमको अंग्रेज इंग्लिश देके गए थे, करेक्ट? सो हमको इंग्लिश में हमारे सारे डॉक्यूमेंटेशन इंग्लिश में थे, सब कुछ था, बट उन्होंने कहा हम धीरे धीरे इंग्लिश को रिप्लेस करेंगे 10 साल में और पूरा हिंदी होगा. वो 10 साल आज तक 10 साल चल रहे हैं, करेक्ट? और नाउ अब क्या हो गया, लेट्स अंडरस्टैंड खेमेंद्रा. वी आर ऑन द ग्लोबल प्लेटफॉर्म. आवर प्राइम मिनिस्टर सेड मेक इन इंडिया, मेक फॉर वर्ल्ड, करेक्ट? सो इंग्लिश नहीं, अभी तुमको जर्मन भी सीखना पड़ेगा, तुमको फ्रेंच भी सीखना पड़ेगा, बिकॉज यू विल बी सेलिंग व्हाट आफ्टर बीइंग एन इंजीनियर, व्हाट यू विल मैन्युफैक्चर, यू विल बी एन एंटरप्रेन्योर, यू विल बी सेलिंग योर प्रोडक्ट अक्रॉस द ग्लोब.
यस.
So language is only a media to communicate, to sell your product, to develop your marketing skills. So English तो सीखना पड़ेगा दोस्त.
सर फिर जैसे हम लोग इंग्लिश को,
the most important thing खेमेंद्रा इसमें क्या है, the communication right now in our colleges is still English. So whatever your teachers are teaching to you, whenever you're writing your exams, you are appearing for interviews in the job, everything, the media will be only English. So English has to be learned right now. It's right now present requirement.
सर फिर जो
should not be any
बाहर के
confusion
देशों
that.
में रहते हैं उनको भी हिंदी सीखना पड़ेगा ना. यहाँ से तो
See,
मतलब उनके लैंग्वेज का मतलब डेवलप हो रहा है, हमारे हिंदी का तो हो ही नहीं रहा.
I actually again I said if you go maybe around 5,000 10,000 years before, जब ह्यूमैनिटी होगी, उस समय में लैंग्वेज तो नहीं थी ना. तो अगर गलती से कोई एक शिप में बैठ करके, उस समय की जो भी शिप रही होगी, तो सपोज वो फ्रांस से घूमता हुआ गोवा आ गया, करेक्ट? तो उस समय गोवा में तो हिंदी नहीं थी और फ्रांस में भी फ्रेंच नहीं होगी 5,000 साल पहले, करेक्ट? लेकिन जब दोनों मिले आपस में तो दोनों ने कम्युनिकेशन किया ना,
जी
करेक्ट? अब क्या हो रहा है कि जो, एंड रिमेंबर वन थिंग, बिकॉज आई इंटरेक्टेड विथ, because when I was in ONGC and I used to interact with a couple of global vendors from Europe also and America also. There are many fellows in that countries. They take an English course before coming to India. Understand my point? Because they used to do a lot of long 7 days, 8 days technical discussions with us. So because they're speaking French, of course, if they know English, that's good. Otherwise, they used to take the short courses for English. And their technicians, those European technicians, when they are working at site in India, they will learn Hindi also, or the regional language also, because it should be communicated. So the language is for communication. At this age, you don't think what they are understanding, what we are understanding. No, I am in Kuwait right now. So the language spoken here is Arabic. I have to respect that language because I have to establish the communication. Getting my point? So jahan par bhi ho, wherever you are, correct? Wherever you are doing a business, you have to be in the business. And to be in the business, language is only one way. और एक्चुअली मेरे टॉपिक का एक बहुत छोटा सा पोर्शन लैंग्वेज है. मेरा आज का मेन फोकस जो है कि अगर खेमेंद्र अगर हिंदी में खड़े होकर के भी अच्छे से बात कर पाता है, अपने विचार रख पाता है, तो दैट इज अ सक्सेस. इंग्लिश तो तुम बोल ही लोगे, करेक्ट? Am I able to satisfy you, खेमेंद्र?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, my dear. I'm always available anytime you need. I'll happy to say that. I look for any queries if they're from the faculties also. I'm ready to respond, please. If you're facing an issue with communication skills of anything, I'm always available. If you want me to ask right now, I'm available. And in fact, I welcome faculty even to ask very frankly what difficulties they are facing while they are teaching their students about the communication skills, because the students are not presenting the thoughts, are not able to present the thoughts. I welcome faculty also to put forward their queries if they have. More than one question. I open for all, because I also have a right to ask a question. Okay. Okay. What you understood from the mirror talk? Anybody, I'll be happy to listen that. And probably your query may improve my concept of expression if I have not expressed it correctly. So I request anyone should pop up, please, anyone. And just explain me what you have understood from the mirror talk. Any language, whatever language you want to speak, that's your freedom. So, but at least I request one student. Did I am able to communicate my mirror talk very clearly?
Hello, sir.
Yes.
Can I?
Sure, Hemant, no problems.
सर मिरर टॉक से मतलब ये होता है कि हम कहाँ पर मिस्टेक कर रहे हैं वो पता चल जाता है, और हम ये भी पता कर सकते हैं कि जो लिसनर है वो स्पीकर से क्या चाहता है.
Okay. How do you do it? How you will do it?
यस सर, क्या बोले? वो नॉइज हो रहा था बाहर.
हाँ, आप कैसे करेंगे?
सर कैसे करेंगे मतलब मिरर के आगे खड़े हो जाएंगे और एक
Okay.
रैंडम टॉपिक लेंगे
Okay.
जिस पर हमको मतलब प्रेजेंटेशन देना है. तो
Okay.
पहले तो बिना लिखे बस अपने लैंग्वेज में कुछ भी बोल देंगे सामने, और फिर
Okay.
देखा जाएगा कि कहाँ पर वर्क करने की गरज है. जैसा बोलते वक्त
Okay.
कहाँ पर ग्रामेटिकल मिस्टेक हो रही है वो पता चल जाएगा, और
Very
फिर
good.
वही थॉट्स हम पेज पर लिखेंगे ताकि जब नेक्स्ट टाइम हम मिरर टॉक करें तो हमें क्या
Yeah.
इम्प्रूवमेंट आया वो पता चले.
Wow.
इस हिसाब
Thank
से
you.
हम पूरा प्रिपरेशन होते तक मिरर टॉक ही करेंगे. जब फाइनल रहेगा तब अपने कुछ फ्रेंड के सामने अपना प्रेजेंटेशन देंगे और फिर फाइनल प्रेजेंटेशन.
That's really great. That's really great, Kamendra. Thank you, Kamendra. Thank you. I'm happy that you understood the concept. You understood the concept. I want to listen from somebody else also. Anybody. Yes. See, it is my feedback process. I understand that what I'm communicating is right. जो मैंने बोला है, जे मी म्हटलं ते बरोबर आहे, ते समजलं की नाही समजलं, correct? Or I need a place for improvement. Any fear you have in your mind? Fear. What fear you have in your mind? Randomly, just tell me. What fear you have about speaking? What fear you have? See, what I'm trying to make a point here that your feedback is very important for me to rate myself. If right now I'm seeing almost 80 are participating in this group right now, if only 2 persons are, and including ma'am and sir, if I minus 4 persons, so does I consider that 76 has a fear of even speaking with me? It's not a complaint. It's not a complaint. Speak out your fears. Speak out your fears. And don't be shy. Let me tell you very honestly. No, don't be shy. We feel that our fear should not be known to others. That is the biggest mistake we are doing. Let my friend know that I have this fear. Once you speak out, your brain start. There are two advantages. Your friend will help you if he helps you. Otherwise, not help you, doesn't make a difference. But you make your mind clear that you have a fear. And once you say your mind that you have that fear, your mind start working to correct that fear. So don't be shy. That's why I said in the beginning, if I don't know, I will say I don't know. I know, I will look into it. All those questions, like be clear at the first stage. When you say you don't know, automatically your brain will help you to find out to know that. So similarly, if you have a fear, come up. Doesn't make a difference. It should be known. First of all, it should be known to you that you have a fear. Sir, I think we have crossed the limit now of our time, so I don't want to take much time. Correct. Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you a lot, sir.
Thank you. At last, thank to all the students who.
Somebody was speaking. Somebody
Yes,
was
sir.
speaking in between.
I have one
Manish,
last
sir?
question, sir.
Ah.
Sir, which language do you think, sir? Is it regional language, Hindi, English, or it's English?
काय नाव आहे रे?
ज्ञानेश्वर, सर.
ज्ञानेश्वर. हे बघ, कॉलेजमध्ये इंग्लिश आहे ना?
येस सर.
हॅलो.
येस
है
सर.
ना? इलेक्ट्रिकल मोटर, तू इलेक्ट्रिकल मोटर्स लिहिणार, करेक्ट? एक्झाम मध्ये.
येस सर.
तू ट्रान्सफॉर्मर्स लिहिणार, करेक्ट?
येस सर.
Correct. So Dhaneshwar, हे बघ, the most important thing is that you have to learn English right now. I'm not marketing English, Dhaneshwar. So it's not that way, but it is essential requirement. Correct. Okay, so that's why read in English, but I agree with you. One thing which I captured, actually, I know, guys, one common question, it comes in my other discussions also. What happens because you studied in Marathi medium? Am I right, Dhaneshwar? Up to 11th or 12th? Am I right?
English medium, sir, actually.
You studied in English medium. That's something great. But the persons who has studied in their regional language up to 12th standard, their thinking is very easy in their mother language or the language in which they studied. So this same thing had with me. It took years to start thinking in English, but still I think better in Hindi and my Marwadi language, the language which we spoke at home. Correct. So that property will never change. But what I'm suggesting, language is only to communicate. Suppose if you go to Singapore, you read in English, correct? If you go to China, if you go to France, you have to speak those languages, correct? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
So language has to be spoken. What you is required to communicate, required to market yourself. See, you will be marketing yourself, you will be marketing your thoughts, you will be marketing your products, correct? So बोलते हैं ना, बाजार में उसी का सामान बिकता जो बोलता है. तो बोलना तो पडेगा दोस्त. और क्या बोलना पडेगा, काय बोलावं लागेल, जे मार्केटमध्ये चालतं ते बोलावं लागेल, जे लोकांना कळेल, समजेल.
यस सर. सर एक्चुअली ऐसा स्टीरियोटाइप सुना है सर कि जो इंग्लिश स्पीकर होते हैं, प्रॉपर इंग्लिश स्पीकर, वो ज्यादा डीपली सोच सकते हैं देन जो भी हम लैंग्वेज रीजनल लैंग्वेज जो हम बोलते हैं. तो सर ये क्लियर करना था कि मतलब आप सर कुवैत में है, तो सर ऐसा है कि जो हिंदी या मराठी स्पीकर है वो ज्यादा डीपली नहीं सोच सकते rather than English speaking person.
मराठी के नाम तो मैं नहीं बताऊंगा, ना हिंदी के नाम मैं बताऊंगा, लेकिन इतनी There are so eminent personalities were there from Hindi and Marathi who has contributed to the society from literature point of view, from science point of view, from political science of view, from medicinal point of view. So those I don't agree with you at all. Just erase this thought. ये मैंने एक पिक्चर दिखाया था इंफियोरिटी का, करेक्ट? मेरे प्रेजेंटेशन में I showed one picture of inferiority, correct? See, inferiority is in your mind, that you think that somebody is better than you. No, just throw this concept out of your thing. इसका मतलब ये नहीं है कि वो लोग खराब है या हम अच्छे हैं. The purpose of Dhaneshwar here is that all are good. Okay. When I say all are good, you are also good. The meaning is that I will not say on your face, no, Dhaneshwar, you are not correct. They are bad and you are good. No, all are good. All are good. Everybody has a knowledge potential. When I say all, you are part of it. So do a deep study. You will find very eminent personality from Marathi and Hindi who has contributed a lot. When our Prime Minister goes to UN and see nowadays, he initially was speaking in English, but now he speaks in Hindi. He cite the shlokas from Sanskrita. Why? Language is not a barrier. Your knowledge is a barrier. So enhance your knowledge. Enhance your knowledge. करेक्ट? और वो तो क्या है, प्राइम मिनिस्टर साहब है ना, जाते हैं, व्हेन ही स्पीक्स इन हिंदी उनको ट्रांसलेटर मिल जाता है, बट व्हेन यू विल गो फॉर बिजनेस मीटिंग्स तुमको ट्रांसलेटर नहीं मिलेगा, तुमको इंग्लिश में बोलना पड़ेगा ज्ञानेश्वर, करेक्ट? बट यू हैव सेम नॉलेज, ओनली you need a English language to communicate, or any other language, forget English, any other language to communicate. So language सिर्फ communication के लिए है. एंड ग्लोब पे कोई भी छोटा नहीं है, कोई भी बड़ा नहीं है, वसुदैव कुटुंबकम, हम तो पूरे दुनिया को एक समान समझते हैं, करेक्ट? So everybody is equally knowledgeable. Only thing is that you explore the knowledge, you work on the knowledge. Think big, think for knowledge. Dhaneshwar, could I able to clarify your point, dear, or you need more explanation? I am open.
No sir, I am clear, thank you.
So आज के बाद कभी भी fear नहीं रखना दिमाग में inferiority का. Remove it, delete it. You know the things and you will improve it more. You will learn it more. Correct?
Yes sir.
Correct? Yes. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's up to you guys.
As sir was interacting, if you watch the fear, right now, if you would have spoke about fear, the fear will get feared up and will run away. That is the case. When we observe our fear, it really diminishes. So this is all the way how we work out. And you are a children who just came back 3 months back, second year student. So this is the way, the learning process to get rid of fear, how to go with public talk, then what are the barriers for presentation, like what sir presented in his presentation, then how to have a self-talk, mirror talk, and then how to get support. It can be family, friend, or anyone you would interest to interact with. Okay, so with this all summarization, I really give a million sincere thanks to you, sir, for the sea of wisdom and knowledge you showered us during this amazing session. And secondly, which I like to appreciate, sir, that knowledge should be free, and he has proven it.
Yes.
Because here he is without charging anything. He has spared the valuable time. So thank you, sir. Knowledge should be free, and you have proven it. So with this,
no, ma'am, please this thought never comes to my mind. Let me tell you very honestly. That the money will automatically come from where it has to come.
yes, sir.
You keep doing your job, but if those fellows, my parents, my teachers, okay, and my bosses in my companies, if they would have not encouraged me, I would have not be where I am today with their support. And it's a process. Somebody has given me support to be there. I have to pass on that support.
Yes, sir.
So we are all in the process.
Yes, sir.
We are all in the process.
Many great people, they have started with this concept that they have given everything free, whatever the best knowledge they have. And you also carried in the same path. So with this, sir, do you want to add something so that we can officially wind up with this session?
Yep.
Kadwane, sir.
Yes, yes. I want to say something. If I am quite impressed with the talks sir has given, and that has motivated me to say something. So first thing is, students, let me remind you that our program outcome 10 is on communication itself. And sir has very well provided us understanding on why to speak and how to speak, right? And I also do remember that Naksharam Mantrahinam means there is no akshar which has the power of mantra. So you have to effectively use your words. And Anudvegakaram Vakyam Satyam Priyahitam Chayat means you should say always such things that will not disturb you. Your words you should count and speak in a proper way, which has truth established in it, and it should be all good for others. That in turn is the way of speaking, and that thing we have understood quite well from Nitin Birla sir. So thank you very much, sir, for being here and sparing your valuable time. That's all. And in future also we'll communicate with you, and you are really provided us a very, very useful guidance. Thank you once again.
Thank you very much, sir. By all means, thank you very much, sir. And thanks for this opportunity to interact, to feel young with the young ones.